slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put in the gas. I will not crash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash. Honey yard dash.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Ooh. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello, that's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right, I ain't never coming back. back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad, but I'm past that. With a NASDAQ, that's cash. When the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit, I'm glad. When the check missed, the direct hit, I'm sad. Like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my.
Well, Coach, any Florida resident will tell you that afternoon pop-up showers and storms are the norm, and that's exactly what we have right now. Actually expecting a pretty steady rain throughout today here in Jacksonville at TIAA Bank Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And the Jacksonville Jaguars. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a give, right side. It's Watts. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go! 15-1. 15-1.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Ready?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A gain of 10 and a 49er 1st down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Looking to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Now a give, right side. Watts. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Escaping the pressure right. And Winston lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move.
On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Fournette, a 1st down carry, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And Lambeau, he missed it. He missed it left. No good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
They'll run on first down. It's Watts. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down now, it's Watts. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with third down coming up.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
10 logo. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Wahoo! 47 is the mic. 47 is the mic. 65.
Back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Josh Allen, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Go. You got motion man. You got motion man right there. Mike, let's go.
He'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. On third down, Watts. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 29.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So they need 2 yards here on third down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on third down conversions on this drive.
Now.
They'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Go, go. First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Ready. Blue ready. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he... And another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Break. 27, Mike. 27. Ricky. 5.
They go play action here on 1st down. That'll be complete to Cook. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. On 1st down, it's Watts. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The strong windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Good stuff. Keep going. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw.
Hey, we heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle to Kittle, complete. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This will be from 49 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
90 is a mic. They gonna need
From the gun, Winston. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
From the 41, Winston. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Come get that.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And Duke Riley will get credit for the tackle.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. D.D. Westbrook His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll run on first down. It's Watts. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, complete. It's Lamb. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2nd and 6. Man open, it's Goodwin. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On first down, it's Watts. And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Second and 12 at the 39-yard line.
On the ready.
7's the mic. 3 bucks, 3 bucks, 3 bucks.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Throwing again here on second down, this time complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 17-yard line.
First down, San Francisco.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Dontari Poe in on the stop.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
30 base.
He'll set up a throw. Throw left side complete. It's Lamb. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for two. They'll look to throw, and he's got it. So the two-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Fournette, and he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Fournette, a first down, still going. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the 39, Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Winston now. Now they go screen. It's complete. And some room to run now. A really good pickup of 28 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now back to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for the Niners. 44 yards.
But we spent a lot of time exalting the offensive masterminds in this game, right? They draw up these beautiful plays. They look so perfect up on the board. But occasionally, sometimes you just say, throw it up and let him go get it. How about that play?
And defensively trying to beat the 2-minute warning with a timeout, and they do. Calling it with 2:04 left. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7. 5.
Here's 2nd and 8. Over the middle, complete. That's Lamb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
He was brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 7. Brings up third and short yardage. Winston. He can run for it, and he will. He finds an opening past the 40. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire